That's you, Shanae? And then you say camera's rolling.
Camera's rolling.
Roll camera B.
Camera's rolling.
And then we start on the sound clock. All right, hey, welcome everyone. We're here at Archbishop Lynch and we're starting a new podcast on conspiracy theories, and I really love it. I'm Chase Johnson Lynch, and I just figured I'll sit in here on this first podcast because, well, everybody who knows me knows I'm a big conspiracy theorist myself. But I'm really excited to hear what the young people got to say. So I'm joined here to my right here with
I'm Zoe, and I'm really into conspiracy theories such as time travelers, Mandela effect, and also American fake moon landing.
Ooh, and then on the end we got.
I'm Amelia, and my favourite conspiracy theories are mostly like the government cover-ups and the idea that the government's behind everything.
And there's always a government cover-up, we know that, and everything. So, so let's just get started. Why don't you take us in first there, Zoe, about the Mandela effect, because, it's one of my favorite conspiracies. It was actually made, it was named after Nelson Mandela, because, when he was in prison, somebody started to say that he was dead. And, so that went around and everybody believed for a long time that he was dead. And then all of a sudden he comes out alive because when he was free from prison. So it was this whole thing about, at one point people believe one thing and then they believe another. So tell us, what's one of your favorite Mandela effects?
Well, my favourite Mandela effect is probably the Luke, I am your father Mandela effect. Because
Luke, I am your father.
Who doesn't love Star Wars? No.
Okay, but Luke, I am your father. So yeah, it was because he said it one way originally, didn't he?
Yeah, basically, in the film, loads and loads and loads of people remember the Luke, I am your father. And now when you watch it back nowadays, he doesn't say Luke, he just says, I am your father. And that's a huge Mandela effect.
The thing is, I swear I can remember making musicals with my brother to that sound, and I remember always saying Luke. I just remember it vividly. Always said it.
I've actually did a dub smash with my own kid, in a restaurant. Wasn't I'm your father, and then he goes, no, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, it's excellent, it's excellent. But as a Mandela effect, for me, the biggest one is the JFK, car, because in the Smithsonian, they actually have a giant replica of the car, and because we've seen it so many times, that iconic shot of JFK getting shot, head blown off through the Zapruder film, which it's now just come out that the Zapruder film has been doctored, right? That's a whole nother story. Not a conspiracy, it's a fact. But either way, is that in the museum, they set up the car as a 4-seater as opposed to a 6-seater, which it actually was. And so a lot of people just remember, that, especially when they saw the JFK movie, they just remember, the magic bullet theory and all of that kind of stuff, but they don't remember that there were 2 Secret Servicemen in the front. What about you? Did you think that there was 2 guys in the front?
I thought that there were 2 people in the front as well, but then when I look it back, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but what about you, Amelia? Did you ever think about that? Have you ever seen the horrific shooting to the Zapruder film or to the movies or anything like that?
I think I've watched videos with Obama in it, and he's always got the Secret Service with him at all times. But then when I look back on the JFK thing now, I've always thought that there was no one else in the car with him. But now looking at it, it's there had to be. Yeah. There was someone in the car.
Somebody had to be driving.
Someone had to be there.
But that's what I mean about the Mandela effect. It's we always talk about, how many bullet wounds there were and everything, but nobody's ever speculating on, what the heck? Because we always seen that shot of the security guard running to the back of the car, when Jackie tried to climb out on the hood. But no one's ever asked, why did the security guards in the front, what did they do? Right? Did you ever ask that question? That's the main thing. So it's really crazy, this whole thing. What about you, Amelia? Do you have any Mandela effect things that?
The Snow White one with Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, who's the fairest of them all. I always remember I had a little book and it definitely said that. But now it's apparently magic mirror on the wall. I I've spoke to so many people and none of them thought it was that. Like, it's ridiculous.
Like, even in performing arts, like, we did a drama thing and we had to do, and everyone did mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, it's really very simple, isn't it? I mean, it's a little bit of rewriting history, but for different generations. But I mean, like, it's cool that it has like a name attached to it, you know, that people could go, oh yeah, did you do that, man? That affected that one, you know. So what's another topic that we got on the list is, now this is my favorite one, because I remember talking about this last week, is that, you know, on the pyramids, or one of the pyramids, there's actually a depiction of a helicopter. Did you guys ever see this picture?
Yeah, and there's one with a laptop as well that I've seen.
What? I didn't see that one.
No, he's like sitting there, and people have said that it might be a game.
No way, I didn't see that one. You make
But
that
he's
one.
sitting there like there, and he's like that.
I've seen that one.
And it's like up like that, so it looks like a laptop.
Wow. So, I mean, you were saying, Zoe, when we were talking about the show notes, you were saying that you think it might be a form of time travel.
Yeah, because there's so much evidence to show the time travel is real. Plus, it's really weird to think that aliens just came down
with a helicopter and a
yeah,
laptop.
and like showed them, hey, here's a helicopter, here's a laptop, and then zoom, flew away.
Gifts for you that you won't use for like hundreds of thousands of years. But no, exactly. But it is the because a lot of people always speculate that aliens helped or supported in the building of the pyramids. What do you guys think?
I think that like the aliens could have, but they just didn't think that it was like important. Like the Egyptians just were like, oh, because obviously they don't know what aliens are.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't know
I
what
mean, we should also say that we don't mean E.T. Right? We're not talking about E.T. came down and like, no, we're just saying that an advanced society that is not from here. I mean, a lot of people talk about that when they talk about Atlantis and everything like that. We're just saying that an advanced society, you know, has supported in the creation of these huge monoliths. I mean, if you ever been anywhere like to Egypt or Africa, what? We're both the same place. But if you ever been to places where these huge monoliths and stonework is, it's intricate. And you might be a scientist, you might be geometrically creative, but come on. You would need scaffolding, you would need cranes. I mean, we're talking about big 1,000-ton, like 1-ton limestone rocks on top of one another.
Like
how did they do it?
They could have done it with a ramp, but there's no physical proof
A
of
ramp?
there ever being
A ramp? Really?
They could, but there's no
Push this.
physical proof.
Somebody said that you needed 1,000 people to pull that one stone. And I mean, you know, you can't even, I mean, cheap labor, I understand, but still. I don't get it. So what about our last topic there, what we got there is, this is another favorite of mine. The moon landing. There's a new movie out called Room 2, what is that, 227? What's the name of that room in Shining? Number of the room in The Shining. You'll help me out in the chat. But 237. Yeah, there's a movie out, you know, because speculation, sometimes some people say fact and not conspiracy, is that Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landing.
Yeah.
Right? What do you guys think?
I 100% believe in that one. There's so much evidence. One, there's a camera in the face. Two, if you slow down the running, it's literally just them doing that. And then also, how is the flag waving when there's no
How is the
air
flag waving?
on
How
the
is it
moon?
waving?
I think that they might have like landed on the moon or something, but the picture's fake. Like they didn't take the picture like on the moon. They like someone
You
might
actually
have,
believe they landed on the moon?
I think someone might have went up there and then they just completely faked it with like a completely different person.
Why would you do that though?
Because they wanted pictures, they wanted to like prove it. But like they were like, oh well we can't do it up there.
Don't hurt her. You know what I mean? I mean, she grew up believing what her parents believe and her grandparents believe. I mean, like, the thing about it is that, you know, not only is the moon like 237,000 miles from Earth, not only is there a cosmic belt surrounding the moon called the Van Allen's belt, right, that is supposedly, it's really toxic to human beings and created the Fantastic Four, not that it does in the movies. But it is like, you got to think about the times. You know, they were using transistor batteries, right? And they had the most, they had the best cell phone service ever. right? Because all the communication that they had to do to Houston and everything, we can't even get cell phone service in the tunnel. But they could get it 237,000 miles in space.
Also the
Travelers.
fact.
There we go.
That's the answer to everything, it's time travel, isn't it?
It's also the fact that have we ever seen a full-blown news coverage story of a moon landing since? No, we've only seen them go into space.
No, but exactly. I mean, how come you never go back? I mean, the way people are constantly building, especially here in Liverpool, it's like, hey, whoa, that's prime real estate. Prime real estate. I would love to be having a house in the moon where I got the view of the earth. Yeah, that was fantastic. No, man, I don't believe that for anything. But they say, well, hey, if we conquered the moon, let's go to Mars, and that's going to take us another 10 or 20 years, and people will be satisfied that way. Right? I mean, but yeah, I mean, there's so many. I mean, what's one of your favorite things about the moon landing that is impossible and that you're trying to convince us that it's real? Like for me, it's the two different light sources, like in the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Because there's only one source of light, which is the moon. I mean, which is the sun, right? But then the pictures of the astronauts, right? You see two shadows.
Different directions.
It's like X-Men, right? What's going on? What about you?
I think that the picture might be fake. Like they might have tried to send someone up into space and it didn't work. And,
Well, there were a lot of astronauts who got killed in
And
the
then-
original Apollo mission. That's why that was
now they're like, oh well, too many people have died, so we've got to make it look like he's done it. So then no one thinks, oh well, just sending people into space and killing them now.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I mean, people are desperate to conquer new things and do new things and everything. But I mean, this is crazy. I mean, with these conspiracies though, I mean, even though this is all speculation, these aren't facts. We're not saying that they're facts. But I mean, I think that's what I liked about it is I think we're all YouTube hounds. Like you were talking about BuzzFeed.
and Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson.
And it gives
All right,
us
shout out to Shane Dawson.
It gives us a chance to be imaginative and think of our own way of explaining it rather than just following everyone else.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I mean, so in that fashion though is that what I wanted to say was when we talked about the fake moon landing, I can't leave this podcast without talking about flat Earth. Because I know the reaction of our camera operators, how they freak out when we talk about flat Earth, right?
How has no one dropped off it then?
How much time we got this? It's the Antarctic shelf. Antarctica is the Antarctic shelf, right, that surrounds the Earth so you can't fall.
Yeah, but what if you climb it?
Oh yeah, we have caller from from behind the camera. What if you climb it? You can't climb it either. It's not Mount Everest or something like that. It's huge.
It also works with the fake moon landing idea because how would they be able to see the Earth and know that it's round?
Well, all of the pictures that they have of the Earth is round because they're all created in the computer. So even though we just been counted down and everything without warning, I would just like to say that this has been fantastic. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's been fantastic. I would like to thank Amelia, Zoe,
Hi!
and Chase myself. Just when it was getting really good, I got the warning that, hey, it's time to go. So thank you for joining us here on this conspiracy podcast here at Archbishop Lunch. And hopefully they'll do another one.